Alright, so it's time for me to figure out this cover. I kind of went through a few pages for signatures too while I was messing around. You'd be proud of me. I cleaned up a little around here. And probably to the untrained eye it would not seem so. But I did. Okay. Alright, so this is my wonky where I left off. And so this is the size of most of the pages that I've set aside. So I want to be sure whatever I do stays within this edge. And then that whatever I do will determine my top edge. So I'm already thinking that I'm probably safe cutting it here. So let me make a little mark. I'm going to make it a little big. So I'm going to be working within this framework for the front cover. And I don't know if you realize there's a lot I did not like about what I did. But I'm going to work around that and work through it. So we have our young lady that's going to be on the cover. Where are you, young lady? You're here somewhere because I just had you. Okay. So what I thought, when you see like old roses, you think of like nosegays. If you know what a nosegay is, it's just a little bouquet that's wrapped in like a lace cone. So I think I'm going to hack up a doily and edge the front cover. Or maybe I could just use it. Let's see. Just use part of it. Now, I like all of these for different reasons. I like this one for the variation. I think I like this one because of all the wrinkles. So maybe I won't use that one because maybe I want to use that one where you can see those wrinkles. I don't know. Let's see. What if we do this and we make it like that? That would look nice. I could cut that and I could leave that. And then maybe I'll fussy cut some of these. Let me see if I can find all the variations that there are so I know what I can cut up. So see, there's this one. All right. There's these where it's sketched out. There's the ones on the cover. I'll probably fussy cut from here because this one you can't save like a lot of the image on its own. And then there's the one on the back. So let's start with this. There's that baby again. I don't think I'll ever use her, but who knows? You never know. So if I were to cut this one out, I could do something like that. So hold on a minute. Cutting. All right, let's see. Could maybe put that down in this corner. I'll try and keep it where it's not hanging over too much. Maybe a little. I don't want to waste it by covering it up either though. Well, you know what? What if I put it here? Have this higher. And then I could maybe put a book plate or a label down here when I'm done. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so now I need something here, and I might be able to just fussy cut like part of this or part of this, so that I'm using this, because there's no one rose here that really can be seen. So let's try this and play around. And that. Can do that. And that. Let's try it. Okay, so I want something else that I could put here that is not just repeating the doily. I could repeat the doily, but what if I did maybe something that would go like this? Let's see. I have a couple things I can try. Now, oh God. All right. Huge roll of this that I don't love, but I don't really like it standalone. What if I did it here? Yeah. So I'm going to attach that. I'm going to leave it long in case I want to go across the back. So I'm going to leave it like extra long. And maybe I'll do a little snippet here. And maybe I'll leave that long so I can do a band across the back. So let me show you what I need. Alright, so we do that and that. That. I need it everywhere. I know, I'm trying to put everything on here. All right, let me trim this. I'm going to trim this. I'm going to be brave. I like it. Gonna put all that down. Okay, so I've got let's see, I've got glue sticks. I have, I don't know, this is just called craft glue. I hardly ever use it. I have fabric glue, Fabri-Tac type. This is more liquid than Fabri-Tac. And I'm going to start with those. So here I'm going to lift it up in reverse order. And I'll start with this one. So this is fabric. So I'm going to use the fabric glue. Oop. Yes, yes, I'm going to use too much. I'm going to leave enough to go inside the cover. And now I want to tamp it down a little bit. A little bit. I'm going to do it with this. See, I cleaned up. Now I don't have all my stuff right around me. Now, I'm not going to worry about the glue showing through. One, because most of the time it doesn't affect it. But also because I can cover it up if I don't like it. Now, what was next? Now we're going to start putting stuff back. So, that was this. Well, it was really this. So, let me get oriented again. Okay, so maybe this one I'll try the craft glue. And what I'm going to do is give myself a mark so I know where I'm putting all the glue. See it there? I could also decoupage this, I guess. That might work well. Ay, ay, ay. I'm not going to use that. Too long. It's coming out the holes a little bit. Okay. Now you could use a hot glue gun too. I'm not, but you can. Yeah, how about that? I'll tell you a secret. I have never had art glitter glue. I've never used it. It's a mystery and it's a goal for me to get some someday. I don't want it hanging off the binding too much. I'm thinking that, well, I can adjust this. So I can make this bend be a little further out if I want. I need to get this to where I can put something heavy on top of it in order to anchor everything. Okay, now this one was here, right? All right, this is going to be it. I'm going to glue this down and then we're going to press that. Okay, now I'm going to want to put something here or trim this more round, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm a little worried about that because it's changing the color of the rose. So let's see if I can blot some of that. All right. I also would like to get some in there. I don't know why I'm really digging this stuff. Let's see. Let me see. Use this. Probably want it more that way. Maybe some up top. Maybe some over here. There's enough glue oozing around that I don't think I even really need to put anything on here. All right, I'm gonna put this between two books, and we're going to work on something else also, and then we'll come back to this. All right, so in the interest of allowing glue to dry, I'm just going to continue and try and get like one more element done so that I'm not too far behind in my mind. You are never far behind. You are wherever you're at. I have like 5 projects that I started with, a 100-day project, so I could always be behind, or I could always just be where I'm at and not feel bad about it. So that's how I choose to frame it. Okay, so thinking about the signature, most of the stuff that I have is white, is scrapbook paper. It's kind of very office supply, I guess. And I usually hesitate to put anything that's like all words, like something like this. Well, first of all, this is a family thing that we're going to send to somebody. It's a program from their graduation. And it's great, but I don't know. I guess there would be a place for it in a journal, but just not, maybe not this one. So these two are, this is either tea dyed or coffee dyed, and the solution was in like a broiling pan, and I just would lay them in there. This was one that I crumpled and then uncrumpled once it was dry, and that's where like the coffee settled. So in my head, there's a fine line between grungy and neutral. So like This could go very grungy, but I think like if you add pinks or pastels to it, it brightens it up. So I'm going to mix these two in with my office supply stuff. And my cover is brown paper, so I don't know whether I want to really actually start with that. So I'm going to just get this stuff together and kind of not random, but I don't want like all whites together. I don't want all office ledger stuff together. I'm thinking this will be my middle page. It's not neutral, but I can neutral it back. This is neutral. So that might be like a nice surprise to the neutral. And this is just all, what's in my head. So like here, I'm thinking maybe then we want to go lighter. So we'll do this one. A minute. And then this is greenish. So then maybe we can tone it down with a golden. If that's not toned enough, put this one in. Let's see how that looks. How about if we stick one of these in here to tone down the whiteness, the brightness. So that. See, now to me this is bright, but if I were to go ahead and take this and put something in that was more neutral, that would take care of that. Or, have that be a place where there's a really large pocket or something that moves that to the background. This is, or it can be a double pocket. That's just the way I folded that page. Okay, and so like, to be honest with you, this is not necessarily feeling quite right. However, this is just the base layer. So do not worry. I think maybe this one needs to go here. Here, or here, maybe like that. It's all how you feel about it. That's why no two journals will ever be the same. You can get journal kits, and even then they'll never all be the same. I don't want to use this because it's got the white background. This one has a white background, but it's got a fantastic... I don't know if I do this. I'm going to keep that as the middle. Oh, that kind of looks nice. I know there's already something here. Could actually knock that back. We'll see. Could always do another one. All right, so how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4 technically. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 18 pages. and there's 2 sides to the page, so there's 36. That's pretty hefty once you start adding stuff to it. I was thinking about maybe adding one more, making it 10, and then splitting them in 2, but I like it the way it is right now. So that's that part settled. I'm going to just clip this so I know what it is when I see it. All right, and then I'm going to go back to this. This was a notepad that I made. And I want to think about how I want to have it in the book. It's pretty big, so whatever it is, it's going to take up a whole page. Now I could glue this to this, right? That will kind of be nice. I could do a belly band on a different page. I could do it here. I could glue only part of this. See that? I could tuck it here. Now I could leave it as a tuck, or I can glue this so it's secure. And I actually think it looks pretty nice right here. So the only thing we'll be tucking it in. I feel like there's a lot going on here and that can grab up. So maybe I should leave this as a tuck. Or I don't know how to make it, but I could make a gusseted pocket. So I'm going to go off of my memory of what Susan from I Totally Love It how she says it goes. So let me just get this paper straight on my cutter. Look at that, perhaps. This looks too big. I mean, this looks too small. But you know, it doesn't really need to be deep, does it? I don't know. Maybe I can build it up. Let's start with that. What do I have? Put it on that. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is right. I think a pocket with a gusset means there's an extra like fold. Like that. To give you room to open the pocket up. Oh, that's not good at all. Okay, wait. And then do this one here. What do you mean measure? What do you mean? Okay. Oh, I think there's a wrinkle that goes this way. I think it's kind of like you accordion it. I don't even know if you can see this. So then you take this and you... Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I am going to have to do some homework. That looks pretty good though. See that? Let's see if I can get something fairly similar on the other side. So what does that mean? That means do a guesstimate. So the first fold will be just shy of 3/4 of an inch. So first thing is this. Still not straight, but that's okay. So 3/4 of an inch. Right. Okay. Then we're gonna go in and out. So then when you do it, there's some, maybe we can try it. I'm trying to think, is it Emily who doesn't measure? Emily, if it's you that doesn't measure, just let me know, so I can tell people it works. Okay. Is that where I want it? Do I want it on this page? I want it on this page? Oh, that's pretty good too. I'm trying not to have any glue gushing out because I don't want it to glue itself closed. I'm gonna glue this down. Ooh, I like it, I like it. Okay, we're gonna wait for that to dry now. We can jazz that up with something. Like maybe we'll let it dry. It's already making sticky stuff. Anyway. All right, I think maybe I'll call it a day now because I don't want to rush any of the glue, and I'll see you later. Have a great day.